Hello fuckers, ArchieLuxury here, and today I'm doing a video for George Tarakovsky. And George goes, "Hi Arch, thanks for sending the autograph pic." No worries, George, no worries. And just move that little camera up a bit there. We got sponsors paying big money for you, Archie. Okay, fuckers, okay, let's keep going there. Below is a question I sent originally, but it seems to have been lost. Maybe I forgot. I'm sorry, George. I've been so overwhelmed, but I'm ready to answer it. First of all, I'm a big fan of the channel. Your commentary is fantastic, witty, entertaining, educational, and brutally honest. To put it simply, you are doing a fantastic job keeping your audience engaged. I, for one, like to watch your videos at the end of a long, hard day. It's rather therapeutic, yes. Two things. One, I'll be sending you a small but hopefully generous donation for you to continue the good work. And secondly, to my inquiry, please advise how I make a cash donation. I assume PayPal. Yes, PayPal to ArchieLuxury72@gmail.com. The details are in the description for this video, fuckers. Secondly, I would appreciate if you could provide some commentary, advice on my collection and what you think I should do next. By way of background, I got bitten by the watch bug 5 years ago when I was 23 years old. I'm still young and frankly couldn't tell you the difference between a Patek and a Panerai, so I was inexperienced and eager to experiment. I'm now a more seasoned 29-year-old with different tastes and aspirations. I live in New York City and work in financial services sales, so I do have some disposable income to sustain my hobby. I also spend a lot of time researching different brands and learning about the history of important timepieces. So a little about me and my collection. My first automatic watch was a Tag Heuer Carrera, an aesthetically pleasing piece that I still enjoy wearing. It was a gift from my father when I entered my first year of university, so I have emotional attachment to the piece. I wore it to countless job interviews, met my first serious girlfriend wearing it, broke up with that same girlfriend, and the watch on my wrist. Needless to say, despite being a rather generic piece with a basic ETA movement, it means a lot to me. It also happens to wear well at 39mm. It's simple and not flashy, which was perfect for a young university student. No, it's not a Rolex Explorer 1, but it has and still is good enough. After graduation, like many confused 22-year-olds, I entered an experimental phase and decided to purchase a Bell & Ross military green ceramic. It's a cool watch, but I rarely wear it anymore outside of some casual occasions. It does draw a lot of attention, but it's far from a classic piece. More of a fashion watch, to be honest, so in hindsight I do regret the purchase. I didn't know about the brand and bought it impulsively because I thought that a square ceramic watch was something fun to own. Ooh, nasty, George. Nasty! I decided my next foray into watch collecting was to purchase a nice dive watch. I ended up with a Planet Ocean Omega 8500. I was enamored by the coaxial movement and I do enjoy wearing the watch, but after a year of ownership my interest is beginning to fade. I think it's nice. It's a nice solid watch, but it doesn't wear well in a formal setting and the helium escapement valve can be a little irritating and aesthetically offsetting. That being said, the Omega prompted my interest in dive watches, so I purchased a Rolex 114060, no date shortly afterwards. Almost bought the Blancpain 50 Fathoms too. It's a ceramic. Is the ceramic bezel a bit shiny and flashy? Yes, however, I think the watch is fantastic. It's been my go-to wearer for quite some time. It's very comfortable and I'm very happy with it. To add something to my collection, I bought a Seiko Prospex Sumo orange dial imported from Japan. Got a great price on it, and I love the watch. Not because it's anything special, but because it's a true beater that I don't have to worry about. My most recent acquisition is a classic Omega Man on the Moon with the Halcyon glass. In hindsight, I realized this should have been the first watch in my collection, yes. It's such an iconic, beautiful and versatile piece. From a value perspective, it's hard to find a watch that can match the Man on the Moon for bang per buck perspective. It's fantastic, and I hope you would agree. Yes, fuckers, yes! I do have a couple of quartz watches that were gifted to me over the years, but I rarely wear them. I recently purchased a Swatch System 51 just for the novelty factor. It's cool and innovative, and at $150, it was a no-brainer. It's a waste of fucking money, George! Lastly, I purchased a watch from a startup brand here in the US called Weiss. The guy Cameron Weiss trained at Vacheron and Audemars, so his credentials are quite solid. The piece I purchased, the white dial feel watch, is very utilitarian but has a pleasant aesthetic to it. The Unitus movement is also quite solid. Have you ever come across this brand? If not, would be curious to hear your thoughts on it. Dog shit, George, dog shit. So with all the background about my collection, I'd love to hear your advice on what next purchase should be and how I should think about building my collection going forward. I plan on selling the Bell & Ross, good idea, and the Omega Planet Ocean, good idea, to fund my next purchase. I have my eyes set on a Polar Rolex Explorer 2, good idea. I have fairly large wrist, so the 42mm size works well, and I enjoy the white dial. Curious to hear your thoughts. Bloody good idea, George! I've spent some time at various looking at various Jaeger LeCoultre reversos, but for some reason I could never get into them. For a dressier piece, I would love to own a Patek Calatrava, but it's outside of my price range. Perhaps in a few years, it will be an easier acquisition. The other watch I am seriously considering is the Royal Oak 41mm silver dial. It's significantly above my budget, but with some prudent saving and watch flipping, I could make it work. Ideally, however, I would prefer to stay below the $10,000 mark. So Archie, with the information you have about me, what advice can you provide? As you have noticed, I tend to gravitate towards sportier watches, but I am open to any suggestions you have. Again, congratulations on the fantastic channel, and I look forward to hearing from you. War and Peace from George. And it's not too bad because George sent me $30 US fucking dollars. Okay, what do I think? What's the Archie verdict? Okay, George, I understand the Tag Heuer Carrera. That's actually, if you're going to have a Tag Heuer, the Carrera or the Monaco are they don't mind that. That's quite okay. Don't ever let anyone bag something you've got. If you've got one, don't, just because I criticize the shit out of it, just, take it for what it's worth. I'm an entertainer. I gotta provide entertaining content or none of you fuckers will watch it. But okay, you're gonna keep the tag, I understand. The Bell & Ross, get fucking rid of that. That is garbage. Absolute garbage. The Omega, I'm sort of borderline. My good mate Brian has got he's got a coaxial Planet Ocean, and I've kind of said to him, well, now that you got it, maybe just keep the fucking thing. The Rolex No Date Sub, very good move. The Seiko, neither here nor there as far as I'm concerned. The Omega, fantastic. So we got the Omega, we got the Rolex, and we got the tag. Okay, look, I reckon the The Explorer 2 is a great watch to go for. Personally, I'd be buying pre-owned. I'd be getting an early noughties, early noughties, solid end-link, early noughties, solid end-link, super lume, dial, Explorer 2. Great bang, about 5 to 6. Great bang. What else? I would say for you, George, forget the AP. I've been burnt. They are expensive to maintain, George. I'd be inclined to say get a Rolex Datejust, a 116234 or a 16234. That's the steel Datejust with the white gold bezel. That'd be great in investment banking circles. The Reverso, I'm disappointed, George. I'm disappointed that you didn't like the Reverso. I love the Reverso. That's the ultimate money man's watch, the Reverso. It's so cool. But you don't like it? Okay, fair enough. Maybe a Jaeger-LeCoultre Master Control. But I reckon the collection's going great. I love you got some very good foundation. You got I don't even mind the Carrera. I'm happy to live with the Carrera. I like the Rolex No Date, the Planet Ocean, and the Omega Speed. That's good stuff. Even the Sumo's okay. That's a good bang per buck watch. I'd be going Explorer 2. Polar all the way, fuckers. Polar all the way. Polar fuckers. That's what I'd be doing. Yep. George has got quite a nice collection there. I quite enjoy it. Solid collection, nice pieces. I don't have a problem with it. I think it's fairly nice there. So fuckers, I'm Archibald Chesterfield III. This has been a review of George's collection, and you too can have a review. $20 US. Please allow about a week for me to get on top because I'm running a bit behind, fuckers. But please keep it coming. I depend on those reviews to pay bills, buy food, and to buy soda water. I need that money, fuckers. Keep them coming. See you later. I'm Archie. See you later, fuckers.